From the very beginning, I guess, we were all really excited about making OR, kind of really capturing Oregon.
The idea for us was just to maybe get out and kind of explore the state a little bit.
So we really wanted to create a sense of place. We wanted to make it really beautiful to watch.
Especially with Breitenbush and the relaxing feel, and also the fact that there's so much water around, and water created so much movement within the land. We wanted to capture that within the multimedia piece.
If we're being really idealistic, one of the cool things about journalism is it allows you to kind of see new places, meet new people.
The concept behind the cover is to have a moving cover.
And we're doing an MMA story, and we have the guy that we're doing the story on actually punching basically at the viewer.
It's packed with a punch, I guess.
We thought it'd be kind of cool to kind of capture some of that emotion and intensity.
It will punch you in the face.
And it's pretty stressful, but I really like that. I think it's pretty emotional.
The concept behind MMA was this fighter who was training so hard to be fighting in the MMA and also going to school full time while also being a bouncer.
I wanted to know more about the interiority of a fighter's mind, what it feels like to step into the cage and get beaten up or beat somebody up in front of a lot of people. That didn't really reveal itself until 3/4 of the way through the story.
We went out and created 3 different types of media to capture this, and it all interplayed with each other to create a story that told it from every angle we possibly could.
It's just something that you could never do for print,
I don't think that the written word will ever take a backseat to video or to photos, at least in any good publication. It's the cornerstone of everything else.
Yeah, I think we're probably more OCD than most people when it comes to the text.
I mean, even to create a video, you really have to have a story.
I think we've edited some stories up to 10 or 11 times. There's been go-betweens. I mean, I've been calling people up, a couple times a day in some instances, just making sure that all the drafts are where they need to be.
The Portland creative story was, I kind of felt like it was my baby because I pitched it initially, and I guess I've always been interested in creative people, artists, people who are interested in music, that kind of thing, and I wanted to somehow capture the creative side of Oregon.
To get to use all these different lenses and cameras and tripods and sliders and that kind of thing to make your piece, you feel like you won't be such a newbie when you go into a work environment that has this sort of professional equipment.
In the School of Journalism, there's always kind of been this mantra that, if you're a writer, you should definitely know how to do multimedia. If you're a photographer, you should probably know a little bit about design.
When I came into the journalism school, you kind of thought, like just a written piece, that's a story, and then it will have photos accompanying it. And obviously, that's changing so much. It's changing as I speak.
CS6 just came out, and with that, a whole host of new features that you have to kind of figure out.
We can have, the portrait and landscape type pages together, which makes things a lot easier.
There's no word limit, there's no space limit, so it's almost harder designing for that sort of feel of endlessness, but it's also really exciting.
I mean, not only are you considering the person who's going to be viewing it and seeing things from their perspective, but you have to think in terms of interactive.
I'm not specifically thinking of videos or photos. I'm specifically thinking of these things and how they'll relate to everything else.
Will someone be using this to flip through photos or click on buttons? And so it's almost like a 2-step process.
I'm really excited to see how the staff page turns out, actually.
On a normal magazine, it's just a static editor-in-chief, writers, editors. And here you can make it dynamic.
I really feel like I'm working for the Daily Prophet from Harry Potter, having all the pictures moving.
Our job titles are so silly anyways. Maybe you're global chief officer. Maybe you're, someone said timeline wizard.
It's a truly creative environment. It's very collaborative and ideas are bounced around.
Well, take example for English Gardner, the Olympic hopeful. We went out and we were doing the regular shots of her speed suit. Spur of the moment, we decided to try to do one of those 360 views. We did it on the spot, knowing that our designer was able to pull that off.
Definitely taught me the values of teamwork and how essential group thinking and teams are.
I'm definitely more a real world experience.
Especially when it's something of this magnitude.
It's just great because there's one objective and everyone works together to get that one objective.
They're all passionate about what they do.
That's what was really exciting about this class. Everyone wanted to do everything.
All the students are hands-on, coming up to you, helping you. They ask you questions, you ask them questions, and everybody plays off each other in this environment.
You learn a lot of things that you wouldn't have learned in a class before.
And we only have about, I think, 16 people, and we're doing like 14 stories.
You see people that are passionate about what you're passionate about, and you create a bond over that, and you work off each other.
It's really inspiring to be with other kids who are so into this, who are so dedicated, and they want to put this effort in. It makes you want to put that effort in too.
It's good to bring your A game, and if you don't have one, you'll find it.
It's been amazing. Before I came to OR Magazine, I really hadn't even seen, I'd only touched an iPad one time.
All print magazines are going on the iPad now. It's something that's going to become a part of our future in journalism. So I'm really excited to start learning it now.
It's remarkable to really kind of be at the spear point of all of that.
I think it'll really help me prepare for the future. I'd have to go back and learn this if I didn't do it now, so might as well get a head start on it.
I feel like we're, on the cutting edge of technology right now.
We're not just being told this is the future of journalism, go do that. We are actually creating it as we speak, and that's really powerful.
I'm obviously still learning the tools, and these tools are actually still being developed as we use them, which is pretty exciting.
And the technology is changing so fast. I think that it forces you to challenge yourself.
So incredible. Just now, when I'm interviewing for internships and talking to other people, I feel that I have this knowledge base that other people our age don't seem to have.
It's the first taste of what it is like in the professional world, I think.
These last few nights of production, everyone's a little delirious and everyone's just making jokes. It's been fun.
The reason I look like this is because we were all in the library all night last night.
And there's been a lot of shared jokes, a lot of laughs, a lot of just playing around while working.
Kind of having fun in the context of what we like to do professionally.
Everybody's so into it. People want to work on other people's couches until they fall asleep.
But, we're still able to have fun and hang out, and at the end of the day, I think that's what's really important.